Hey all, and welcome back to another episode of Extra Time Trivia. Today, it's just me and Woods at the desk. So I thought I'd quiz him, and he's hasn't been the biggest fan of my Do You Remembers, but we've got another one, and he does like to complain that they're all too recent. So, since, if you didn't know, Woods is a little bit on the older side, especially in comparison to myself. Do you remember 2001? You'll see up the top
I'll
there.
go for about 6 and I'll get.
Yeah. Up the top there, there's no awards as usual. There's a baby and a box because I was born in 2001.
Oh, yeah?
So I'll be no help to you. And I thought the other lads, probably Bodie in particular, and Lorenzo, who are on the younger side.
Rory would have been great for this.
Well, Rory is not here, so you're on your own. But I'm not expecting you to go through all of this. It was 23 years ago.
Yeah.
So get as much as you can, and I'll be impressed, and then I can help you with clues wherever you
I'll go for
out.
about 8 that I can get. I'll start off with Brisbane Premiers and runner-up Essendon. Was Hart the Norm Smith?
Great pull. It was Sean Hart.
Yep.
Find him. Bang. Great start.
Was Moorcroft Mark of the Year? Or was it? Was yeah.
Sure was. Who could forget that?
Coleman Medal Matthew Lloyd.
Was Lloydo?
Was Goal of the Year Acker?
It wasn't. You're at 5.
The only one I could think of was Coach of the Year Lee Matthews.
Oh, it was. Now, there was no Coach of the Year that I could find, so I just gave it to Lethal because he was the premiership coach. Good pull, though.
Brownlow medalist. It's one of 2 that I can think of. Now, I think it went Acker Black, so I'm going to go Acker.
Jason Ackermanis.
I think Black won it in 02.
Now, you'll see that he obviously covers the coach's MVP because there wasn't one until 2003.
Okay, so
I gave both of those to Acker.
Rising Star. Now, I know Paul Hazelby won it in 2000. That's going to be tough because I don't know. I'll go Brisbane number 1.
To the ladder.
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
Essendon number 1, Brisbane number 2.
Yep. The Bombers went, I think they only lost one game in 01.
Yeah, no, they were like 2000 where they were dominant. And that's why I think the Coach of the Year could have been. But I think Brisbane were contenders after the few years of merging. They were contenders. I won't be able to say any of the others because I just don't know. I know Saints weren't there because we were shit.
That is true.
Could you give me the club for the Rising Star?
St Kilda.
Okay. So, everybody would first think of one Nick Rewalt, but it wasn't. Now that I know it's St Kilda, I know exactly who it is. It is Justin Kazitsky.
Cozzy was.
I had to spell his name quite a few times doing some sporkles.
I just put Cozzy on there because I wasn't going to have a crack.
It's Koschhitzke. Kazitsky. I'm pretty sure. Could you give me the clubs for the 2 I've got there?
The last 2 awards?
Yep.
So the Players MVP is the Crows. The Goal of the Year is West Coast.
Players MVP, was it McLeod?
Andrew McLeod.
And West Coast. Matera?
No. Similar name though. I will admit I had no idea who this player was. But from a Google search and looking at his photos, I think he played for 2 clubs.
What was the other club?
I think Richmond.
Nah, no.
It's not Cousins though.
Nah, no idea. What's the... Just
It's
showing how I was going to
It's
say.
Mark Miranda.
I would not
Yeah.
have got
I have
that.
no idea who that is. So
I'm kind of glad I've got the ones that I got.
So in the top 8, with how many have you got left there? 6. I think it's even split, 3-3, Victorian and Interstate.
Okay, so I'm just going to try and remember who teams were. I think Melbourne. Can I just say Melbourne being in there, and you say yes or no? Cause,
Melbourne were not.
Oh, that's surprising. No, that actually is not surprising because they were in the grand final against Essendon the year before, and they got slaughtered. So it actually makes sense that they probably dropped off, and that would have been the start of the nightmares for the Melbourne supporters that ended with the glory of the dream of a premiership.
Yes.
Carlton.
Carlton were 5th.
Now, I do know the Port Adelaide were up there for a few years before they won the flag, so I'm going to say Port Adelaide.
They were 3rd power.
Let's go through. I don't think Geelong were good until about 03-04. Collingwood?
Collingwood finished 9th.
Okay. Richmond.
Richmond were 4th.
They were prelim finalists, I think.
Finished in
But
4th
yeah.
spot. 3 to go.
So I've got 2 and 1. So Adelaide.
Adelaide with Andrew McLeod finished 8th. Last 2 are just always good.
I'll go Sydney.
7th.
And I know I said Geelong were. I'll go Geelong first, and you'll say no. Okay, but always good. Hawthorn?
Bang. Hawks finished 6th. So that is, do you remember 2001? I do not, because I was an infant. It was in my first
I remember
few
a little
months.
bit of it, and I'm quite happy with the performance.
You got 7 without help, completely without help. And then you did really well, even with a couple of clues that didn't take you too much. So pretty great effort, a lot longer than I would have gone, that's for sure. But memory's pretty good. That was 23 years ago in 01 when the Lions won the first of their 3 premierships behind Acker's Brownlow year. Took down the Bombers, who had a near-perfect season. So pretty famous win there for the Lions. That was 2001. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know how you went. Let us know if you beat Yoda or not. And we'll be back for another one. Stay tuned.